Hey everyone, I'm going to demonstrate how to put a super box together. First thing, make sure you put your handle holds on the outside. Some manufacturers with their finger joints here can go either way. They can go up, down, backwards. So mine only go together one way. So it goes together like this, fits perfect. If I turn this over, it's not even. So mine only go together one way. I put glue in all these joints, painted in. I type on to anywhere where there's contact, I glue. So there's lots of points here, and I'll get them all glued up here. Okay, I got all my joints, wood contacts glued. I got glue on them, and now I'll start to push them together. You want a good tight fit, and how I finish it off is I'm going to use some clamps to clamp it fast. I prefer to assemble all my own equipment for the simple fact I know it's assembled correctly. Over the course of my beekeeping career, I see a lot of equipment that's not put together correctly. Put together very quickly and cheaply, so they don't press everything together. They maybe only put nails in half the equipment. All kinds of things I've seen over the years. So I never thought of myself as Mr. Muscle, but I have issues with some of these cheap Harbor Freight clamps. Nice thing about Harbor Freight is, take it back, they'll give you a new one. And I've taken many clamp back already. But I kind of work my way down. I want everything to be nice and, like I said, nice and tight. Put a clamp over here. And I'll draw this. Watch this draw down over here. Push it tight. Push some glue out. I'll start once I get it fairly square, and once if you get all the fingers pushed down nice and tight, things got the top here. You can see where I'm squishing the glue out. That's a good sign. And the bottom of this box still isn't going together quite as far as I want it. So I'll move the clamps down below. Kind of reminds me of being at the dentist when they're putting a cavity in. They got 3 fingers and all that other instruments in your mouth. I want to readjust again. There it went. This together a little bit. For this, I use a 1.5 inch staple, and it's usually wherever I can fit one in here. I usually work my way around But I use a couple clamps, get it all clamped up, and start nailing. Okay, once I get this stapled, I go around and make sure every finger has a staple in it. I take a rag, wipe any excess glue off. Every once in a while I do miss one. Here I got a staple that didn't go all the way in, so I'll take a hammer and peen that down so it's flush. Maybe the staple hit a knot, maybe I didn't have enough air pressure. Anything could happen, but I want this nice and flat. Makes it easier to paint. Usually when I'm building boxes, I'll build boxes all day long. The next day I come along and I take some caulk and I caulk the open grain here. So there's some open grain on these fingers, and this is the first place they rot, is on these ends. Right here, up in here. This is where your hive tool will scrape. So I try to fill that open grain with some caulk. I also will caulk the nails, or in my case the staples, over so moisture can't get in there. Basically I'm trying to waterproof this end up. Some people use glue. I've tried using glue and I found a good quality silicone paintable caulk to work best in my situation. So I try to get all those sealed up like that, and then let that dry overnight, and the next day I'll paint. I use my favorite paint is Mismatch paint from the hardware store. Menards sells gallons of paint for $5. Mismatch paint. This happens to be Dutch Boy Max Bond. It's got exterior. Always use exterior. I've used stain in the past. Whatever I can get a good deal on. I've had good luck using stain or paint. You only need to paint the outside of the box, not the inside. The bees will take care of this. There's a lot of debate if you paint this. Latex paint does take a long time to dry. And when you stack these up when you're painting, they will kind of glue together. I prefer to get some paint on this edge because this is where the water will pool when you stack boxes on top of each other. It's also where your hive tool will come in here to pry them apart because the bees will propolize them. So it takes a lot of damage here. So I try to get a little bit of paint on it. It's all personal preference there, but paint the outsides, leave the insides go.